All right, give me a 5x5. I was hoping to go live about 7, 8 minutes ago when the trading was halted. Check this out. This is a lot of wealth is
About
being
7, 8 minutes ago when the trading was halted. Check this out.
a lot of wealth is being destroyed right now. A lot of wealth is being legally stolen. We're down 2,138 points on the Dow, and it hasn't even been open for 34 minutes. This is a graphic representation of a global theft, guys. That's what's going on here. I know we were kind of laughing about it the other day because, we were setting the record of down 2,000 in one day. But when you think about it, this isn't a funny matter because, people's livelihoods are at stake right now, and central bankers are just having their way. It's not funny at all. They just halted trading for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if, let's see if you can see this. I'm gonna just blow this up on the screen right here. Put it to the left. They halted trading for, see these dashes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 minutes, and then trading started back up. They started the Dow today down basically 14 or 1,500 points. It's down over 2,000 points now. They've said that we're officially in bear market because we've already lost 20% of market value. And what you're seeing here is whatever's left of the free market, and believe me, there's not much left of the free market, is trying to find fair market value because things are so inflated. I mean, they're still inflated from 2008 when they put all that stimulus money into the bailout package for the banks. Hope everybody's feeling okay out there today. This is going to be a long day for a lot of people. This hits right there at Main Street. People put their money into 401ks, and this is just to think that people's livelihoods are being taken away right now is crazy. Here's stock futures trading just hit limit down halt for the second time this week to keep markets from falling. That's manipulation. Let me move this over here. This is nothing more, nothing less than market manipulation. And it's being manipulated not for your benefit, not for my benefit, not for Main Street, not for blue collar workers. This is being manipulated for the benefit of central bankers. And remember, Ron Paul put out a really good 4-minute video yesterday. Central banking is socialism. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm against Bernie, I'm against socialism, and then accept central banking. It's hypocrisy. I know that there's a lot of people in ignorance and they think they know what socialism is, but if you have any authority redistributing wealth, you are talking about socialism. It's a socialist move. It's commanding and controlling wealth and redistributing that wealth, no matter who earned it. See, the dollars in your pocket. I don't even have a dollar on my desk anymore. The dollars in your pocket are just a representation of your time and laboring energies. And you poured into that $5 bill, $10, $100 bill, or whatever you have in the bank. That's a representation of your time and laboring energies. Yes, I know it's fiat currency. Yes, I know it's worthless. Yes, I know it's not backed by gold or silver, but it's still a representation. Yes, I know it's a note of debt. I know the Federal Reserve owns it, but it's still a representation of your time and laboring energies. And when they siphon that from you, when they decide to redistribute that from you, they're saying, I control your time. I am a controller of your laboring energies. And I'm going to take what you worked for and I'm going to give it to somebody else who didn't earn it, who didn't work for it. And that's usually multinational conglomerates, central bankers. It goes into the pockets of people who have legalized theft. That's what central banking is. So don't tell me you're against Bernie Sanders socialism, but you're for what Steve Mnuchin did yesterday by saying, what did he say? We're going to guarantee loans. Guarantee. I like what Greg Manarino said. They're guaranteeing losses. And guess how they're guaranteeing losses? Guess how they're going to cover the airline industry and the cruise line industry and the oil and fracking industries and the medical industries? Guess how they're going to guarantee their losses? By the product of your time and laboring energies. I don't even want to call it taxation anymore. It's just theft. By stealing your money. You're not going to, nobody on mainstream media is going to talk about what's really going on here. This is a massive global theft. Let me see. Am I even live? Let me see. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for, yeah, exactly, Steve Areno. Hold your XRP, says Dolomite. What's up, Joe? What's up, Man, Spirit Walker? This should, oh my God. If we, see, the problem with Americans is we're uninformed. We're ignorant for the most part. People do not know what's going on. We cannot let Trump bail out anybody. Not a dollar. We can't. See, they're going to do this unilaterally, guys. Oh, it's a bipartisan effort to save the stock market. No, the stock market doesn't need to be saved. We need to let it crash. It needs to go to fair market value. It needs to stop being manipulated. What are we at now? Let's just go ahead and put this on while I'm talking. Tiny rally down 1,700. You know, people breathe a sigh of relief when they see this right here. People breathe a sigh of relief when they say, oh, it was down 2,100. Now it's only down 1,796. That's what they want, man. These are head fakes. They give you this right here. They give you this little pittance right here. And traders are making money going up and going down on calls and puts, longing and shorting. They know what they're doing. But your 401k is just sitting there getting decimated. It's this. Oh, my God. It's just so unconscionable. We got to get our heads out of our asses. What I was going to say was we can't let Trump. I don't care who it is, guys. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of people in this room just going, unsubscribe. You're so against Trump. Look at it. If back in 2008, Obama bailed out the banks and people on the right were up in arms. You shouldn't have been up in arms because it was Obama who did it. You should have been up in arms because what he was doing was utterly immoral. He bailed out the banks. It was on the above board on the cover, on the top of the cover was $700 billion. It ended up being trillions, guys. They said they were only going to do $700 billion. It ended up being trillions. And that's trillions of your dollars and your sons and daughters' dollars, and your sons and daughters' dollars. They bailed them out. And your great-grandchildren, your great-great-great-grandchildren, they keep kicking the can down the road, guys. This is stealing from future unborn generations. This is transgenerational debt slavery in your face. And we can't let an Obama do it. You can't let a Hillary do it. You can't let a Bernie do it. You damn sure can't let a Trump do it. Get out of the cult of personality. Wipe the cognitive dissonance cobwebs out of your mind. You can't let Trump bail out the airline industry or the cruise line industry using the time and laboring energies of your dollar, whatever's left of the value of the dollar. Man, there's deception all around. Deception all around. Bill Gates Agenda 21. I was going to cover that in a video later today, Cooper. Beyond Awake. Mr. Johnson agreed, no bailouts. Yeah, we can't do it. We can't do it. This is ridiculous. Let me show you what Steve Mnuchin said yesterday. You guys let me know if let's see, where is it? I'm going to read. Let's see. Listen to his words. And this is why I say we expected. Hold on. I wasn't planning on playing this, but I think it's very pertinent. Let me get this in my ear here. This is Steve Mnuchin, Treasury Secretary. Let me just say,
we expect
Oh God, what's wrong with the volume here? Can you guys hear this system audio? I'm just going to play a part of it.
Bipartisan legislation.
Can you hear that? Let me know if you can hear that system audio, because I'm not going to play it if you can't hear it. It's very important though. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. Let me just say, first of all, Steve Mnuchin is a Goldman Sachs insider, has been for like 14, 17 years, whatever. He's in the Treasury Department as an appointee of Donald Trump. Basically, what Donald Trump did was he put a fox in control of the hen house. This guy, Steve Mnuchin, is might as well call him a Rothschild, okay? We put the Rothschild fox in control of the hen house. That's what's going on here. Listen to his words. And here's why I always say that quote from Larkin Rose: politics is the clever art of using euphemisms, lies, emotionalism, fear-mongering to dupe average people into accepting and even demanding the change of their own enslavement. Because he's going to make this sound really good by using a euphemism. Listen to this.
Expect to pass bipartisan legislation very quickly.
Now, let me just say this about bipartisan legislation. People sit back in their chairs and go, oh, God, thank God. Democrats and Republicans can finally agree on something. Yeah, you know what they're finally agreeing on? They're agreeing on screwing you up. Just bend over, grab your ankles, and they are going to bipartisan screw the hell out of you. That's exactly what they're doing. Don't take comfort in a Democrat and a Republican uniting on something in Congress, because what they're uniting on is it's a united front against you, the American public.
I've been in conversations with the president, with the speaker, with Mitch McConnell, and others around the clock. That's the president's number one priority. The president is also very much focused, as you know, on a larger stimulus package. He's looking at—
When you hear stimulus, that's a euphemism for theft. Stimulus, where's that stimulus money going to come from? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's going to come from you, and it's going to come from me. And they're not going to ask you for permission. They're just going to take it. They're going to take it out of your 401k. They're going to take it out of the value of the dollars that you hold in your wallet and your purse. They're going to bleed it from you. They're going to inflate the currency, which means they're going to devalue the currency. And then when you go to the grocery store, that 40-ounce peanut butter thing that was $3.49, well, it's still $3.49, but it's not 40 ounces anymore. It's 22 ounces. And they're going to make you think that everything's all fine and dandy. And when you leave the grocery store, you're going to wonder, how in the hell did I spend so much money for so little food? How is this happening? Well, this right here is how it's happening. Why are things getting so freaking expensive? Why doesn't my dollar buy what it used to buy? This is exactly why, guys. This is it. This is the tip of the spear.
the payroll tax cut. We'll look at other alternatives as well. But the president is very committed. This is going to be an issue, as I've said before. This is not a multi-year issue. This is an issue that certain industries are going to be significantly impacted, and the president is very committed to make sure we have the economic response appropriately for this economy. And
certain industries are going to be negatively impacted, and we need to make sure that we have the appropriate economic response. What the hell do you think that means? Yeah, we got to bail out the industries, the airline industry. No, we don't. We got to bail out the oil and gas industry. No, we don't. We got to bail out the medical industries. No, not on my dime. You want to take it out of your pocket, Mitch McConnell? You want to take it out of your pocket, Donald Trump? You want to take it out of your pocket, Steve Mnuchin? You want to take it out of your pocket, Nancy Pelosi? Take it out of your pocket. Oh, you want to go to war? Send your sons and daughters to war. We ain't fighting your banker wars anymore. Guys, we have got to stand up as a united front. And I am challenging every YouTuber who is in the back pocket of Donald Trump and wearing your Make America Great Again hats. This right here does not strengthen America. Oh, I mean, you were singing a different tune 2 weeks ago because you were under the illusory idea that, hey, everything's rocking and rolling. We got a solid economy. We do not have a solid economy. We didn't have a solid economy two weeks ago when it was at 29,500, and we don't have a solid economy today as it's at, what's it at? 21,500. We don't have, thanks, Chuck. I appreciate it. We don't have a solid economy. It's all illusory. It's smoke and mirrors. It's dog and pony. And these guys are up there with your permission because you're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. You're not making any noise. Do you realize we could end the IRS today if we just joined together and united? What are they going to do against 150 million people? Let's take 10% of that. What are they going to do against 15 million people who said, hell no, you're not getting another dollar for your wars. You're not getting another dollar for Planned Parenthood. You're not getting another dollar for the military industrial complex or the prison industrial complex. You're not getting one more civil asset forfeiture dollar to continue on with your freaking war on drugs, which is real. It's not a war on drugs. It's a war on people. President Donald Trump is committed to quick economic response, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin says.
This is something we're going to do quickly and we're going to respond to. I'll be meeting with the cruise line executives later today.
I bet you will.
We'll be getting more feedback on that. I'll be meeting with the president, with the bank CEOs.
I bet you will.
Very focused on what banks can do.
We're gonna meet with cruise line executives. We're gonna meet with the bankers. Hold on one second, guys. I gotta let my dog out. We're going to meet with all you foxes to screw all you hens. That's what we're doing. Trump is owned by the bankers, says Woke America. Absolutely. And I feel like calling out some people because I cannot even believe in this environment where the veil is kind of slipping a little bit. The mask is slipping off the face. That people are still going to say, no, make America great again. Come on, Trump 2020. It's for Israel, guys. It's for the Zionist international banking cartel. It's not for you. This is all to benefit his banker buddies. Remember, Wilbur Ross, who at that time, and still is, but he was a member of the Rothschilds Incorporated. He bailed out Donald Trump and the Taj Mahal and all of his casino banking things. And I'm not a leftist libtard saying this. Nazi Pelosi's on the tank, in the tank for them. Diane Frankenstein's in the tank for him. All of Congress, AOC is a mouthpiece for the international banking cartel. When you can get up there and go, we're gonna institute the Green New Deal. Oh yeah, how much is that gonna cost? $93 trillion. Oh, that's for the bankers. That's not for the people. You're ripping the people off. You're ripping generations of people off, unborn people off. Oh, and by the way, we want to kill a bunch of babies. That's not what I say, YouTube. That's what Bernie Sanders says. That's what AOC says. That's what Rashida Tlaib is saying. Yeah, Big Kyle, it's just a big smoke screen, man. Nancy Piglosi, that's a good one. Bank run. Yeah, I'm glad you said that, Zachary. Bank run coming. If you guys aren't liquid, if you guys haven't pulled some cash, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not giving you financial advice, but I'll tell you what I've done. I've gotten some cash out of the bank. That's what I've done, YouTube. I'm not giving financial advice. Don't take this video down. If you're not liquid right now, if you're not stocked up with food, vitamins, water, medicine, medical supplies, my little town in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, has empty shelves on the spaghetti aisle, on the water aisle, and on the toilet paper aisle. Not necessarily in that order because the toilet paper went first. Guys, we live in a first world country. You don't really need toilet paper. Did you realize I saw a statistic? It said, what was it? 70% of the world's population, or 80%, it was a high percentage, don't use toilet paper. It's like 4 billion people on the planet don't use toilet paper. Yeah, toilet paper is nice. It's convenient, but it's not a necessity. You probably live in a house with clean running water and a wash rag. Just take a 2-minute shower and clean your bunghole. Hold on, I gotta let my dog in. He's crying. All right, this is the troublemaker right here. You see him? I'm going to shame you. There he is. There he is right there. Look, he's got you see his fox on the back? He's the fox in control of the hen house. All right, let's get back to Steve Mnuchin. Yeah, he's a killer dog. Killer. He's a killer. All right.
Businesses.
Steve.
So the president and his economic team are full-time working on this, and Americans should have every confidence in the president is going to respond accordingly.
No. You don't have confidence in somebody who's going to sell you down the river. You don't have confidence on somebody who's about to shovel a crap load of central banking dung on your face. You don't have confidence in somebody who's going to put Steve Mnuchin, a Goldman Sachs insider banker, a Zionist puppet, as the head of the Treasury. You don't have confidence in somebody like that. And you don't have confidence, I always got to say this as kind of a disclaimer, because, he's a never Trumper. No, I'm a never corrupter. I don't want corruption. I don't want to bail out banks. I don't want to bail out the airline industries. I don't want a socialist country. And people fight against, we need to fight against socialism. We've been a socialist country at least since FDR, guys. Who in this room does not have a social security card? That's socialism. That's redistributing wealth. They're taking money out of your paycheck. Don't you think you can take your own money out of your own paycheck and have your own savings account and get your own financial house in order? Well, they don't think you can. Man, what just happened here? Okay, we're at negative 1796. Trump was bailed out by the Zionist Rothschild, says making a musica. Yeah, he was. Wilbur Ross bailed him out. Wilbur Ross was employed at that time for, get this, you can't even get more clear, Rothschild's Inc. Here, let me just show you guys. I'm glad you brought that up. I brought it up earlier. Let's see. Yeah, Wilbur Ross bails out Trump. First thing that comes up. Oh, it's probably because I searched it before. Yeah, I've done a couple videos on this. Look at this. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to show you in black and white, guys. This isn't the one. I hate Los Angeles Times and New York Times. They say that, they want you to subscribe. Let's see. This is it. Forbes. I'm just going to show you. Let me see if it's showing up. I'm going to blow this up. It was tens of billions of dollars too. Okay, let me just read this paragraph. I'm going to blow this up. Reminds me of this movie. You can't handle the truth. People just don't want it. A lot of people don't want to see the truth because truth makes things uncomfortable. It breaks your paradigm. It bursts your bubble. It forces you to actually embrace the truth. And the truth is, if you're for Trump, then you might as well have been for Obama, because Trump has gotten us deeper into debt than Obama. He's on track to get us deeper and deeper into debt than Obama ever did. He beefed up you say you're against the military-industrial complex? Obama beefed up the military-industrial complex, and that's one reason to be against him, but why aren't you against Trump? He's the one who's beefing up the military-industrial complex. Trump made a bold bet on Atlantic City when he opened a third casino there, the colossal Taj Mahal, in April of 1990. Even riskier, he financed the project with $675 million in junk bonds at 14% interest rate. Within months, Trump was struggling to make the massive bond payment as Atlantic City floundered. Here it is. In stepped Ross. This is Wilbur Ross right here, the head of Rothschild's Inc. bankruptcy advising team. Who is Trump? Here's a test question for you in your next history test. What banking industry bailed out Donald Trump? Rothschilds. Who owns the Federal Reserve? The Rothschilds banking cartel. Who is your enemy in America? The Rothschilds bankers. Remember what Amschel Rothschild said? Give me control over a nation's money, and I care not who makes its laws. Pass me another drink. He is in the back pocket, solidly, squarely in the back pocket of Israel. And everything that comes out of his mouth is not make America great again, even though he says it. It's make Israel great again. In stepped Ross, then head of the Rothschilds Incorporated bankruptcy advising team to represent bondholders who were pondering forcing the casino into involuntary bankruptcy and ousting Trump. Ross reportedly saw crowds pressing against Trump's limo windows to get a peek at the mogul and realized the value of Trump's celebrity. And then they put him up there as president. They put him up there as president. You didn't. You didn't have anything to do with it. Remember what Stalin said? Doesn't matter who the people vote for. Every vote is a vote for us. The Zionist international bankers stack the deck every election on the Democrat side and the Republican side. And you think you have power because it's your vote. It's your voice. You're in the driver's seat. That's your power you're exercising. No, it isn't. They own every single one of the puppets on the marionette stage. Every one of them. See how many people I lost for that. You can't back Trump, guys. If you might as well go ahead and back Obama if you're going to back Trump. You're playing into their hand. This is the left versus right paradigm, dog and pony smokescreen show that gets you to think that you got power when you don't. How does a slave on a plantation have power when every 4 years he can vote, for a change of a plantation owner? You're still a slave. Yeah, but he's going to beat me less. Yeah, but you're still a slave. He's really not beating you less. He's actually beating you more, only the game has gotten more deceptive. You think you're getting beaten less. You think your 401k is safe. You celebrate when it's on the highs, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening when it's on the lows? But I still trust. Are you still trusting the plan now? Look at this. Here, let me just back out. Let me put it on the day chart. Here's the 1 day chart. Look at this drop. Look at this precipitous drop right here. Boom to boom right here. Are you still trusting the plan? Just trust the plan. There's good guys in government that are going to weed out the bad guys in government. No. If you want to get back on track, you have to pull the weed out by the root. The weed is the Federal Reserve. The weed is the IRS. Trump ain't touching that. He's not going to try. Well, no, Trump's against the Federal Reserve because he's always talking about how he's against Jerome Powell and he's making the wrong decisions and they're not doing the things that he wants. What is Trump calling for? He's calling for more stimulus, more quantitative easing, lower interest rates. Those are all the things that's music to the Fed's ears. They're just playing WWE, guys. They're going, no, we don't want to do that just because we're in control. You don't do that. I don't like the Fed. I don't like President Trump. And then when the show's over, they go have a beer and they split the funds and you get poor and you walk out thinking, hey, that was a good show. Well, that's what they want you to think. What a great show. Bravo. Kill your television. He's definitely calling for more stimulus. Astro Boy says this is wrestling where they fight, then they go to lunch. Yeah, exactly. Steve Marino says the Fed is going to be shut down, but just not yet. No, the Fed won't shut itself down. They're the one. Q is a psyop. Q is a psyop. When you tell somebody to trust government, trust the plan, that's a psychological operation. Because Q is there, supposedly, here's the psychological operation part on it. Psychologically, you're thinking, okay, Fox just went live with trading halt, Trump's travel ban, and latest. Let's see. Did they halt it again? Let me go to the minute chart. I'll get back to the psychological operation in a minute. No, the trading is not halted again. That's Fox is just now coming in with that now. That was quite a few minutes ago. The psychological operation of Q is on your side. He's trying to tell you that there are insiders in government. Just hold on. Just trust the plan. Just trust that there are good guys in government who are going to weed out the bad guys in government, and we're going to have glory days are ahead. That's a psychological operation. It's a fiction. It ain't happening. There aren't good guys in government watching out for you. You got to watch out for you. We got to watch out for each other. But they have us so distracted, deceived, and divided that we can't even unite on the simple principle that it's never right to initiate unjust force and violence on peaceful people who haven't done anything wrong. This right here that you're seeing in the market, that you're seeing on your screen right here, let me refresh this. What you're seeing on the screen right here is an outgrowth, a manifestation of force and violence being foisted on the American people. Let me center this. What are we down now? 1,890 points. We're down 1,890 points. We were down. Did you guys see the 2,100? We were down 21 or 2,200 points. If we close below 2013, we have set another single point daily record. We're literally down almost 8% right now, guys. 8%. Fox News keeps saying that they halted trading. Let me see if there's a live update here.
Why didn't you do a conference meeting? Well, the reason why I did a conference call, because we had a number of things change, and this is not our normal time for a conference. We had on another day.
All right, I can't show this. I'll get a copyright or a copyright strike is what they gave me last time. So, okay, so I just wanted to show you guys this live. If give me a thumbs up or give me a 1 if you want me to go live later on today at market close. It's just pretty instructive because we can watch together in real time what's going on. Here's my appeal to you guys who are in Trump's corner. Just do your research, okay? Has Trump increased the coffers of the military-industrial complex? The answer is yes. Is Trump continuing the long and failed and expensive drug war? Yes. Is Trump for civil asset forfeiture? Yes. Just those three. Did he stack the Treasury with a Goldman Sachs Zionist insider? Yes. Just those 4. I could go on, guys. I could go on and on and on. But just those 4 things, does that equal America first? Does it equal America first? Do those 4 things equal make America great again? Okay, now he wants to bail out the airline industry and the oil and gas industry and the cruise line industry and the medical industry, and he's going to use your money to do it. Does that equal making America great again? You have to arrive at the conclusion that it is no, it is not. And if Trump is not in your corner, and if Obama wasn't in your corner, and if Bush before him wasn't in your corner, and the Bush before him, and the Clinton before him, and the Reagan before him, if those people weren't in your corner, then don't you think that there's a high probability that no politician is in your corner? We are $24 trillion worth in debt. They're allowing the FOMC, the Federal Open Market Committee, to pump now 170, not million, but $1 billion a day in the repo market. If you don't understand the repo market, just look it up. Do your own homework on that. $175 billion every single day. That's your money. That's my money. They're just creating it out of thin air. They're not even creating it in physical cash. They're creating it with zeros and ones and putting it in people's bank accounts and doing it in your name and in your grandchildren's name and your great-grandchildren's name. That is not make America first. That's not make America great again. That's make Israel great again. That's make the bankers great again. That's make socialism great again. But it's not make America great again. And all I'm asking you guys to do, I'm not slamming you. I'm just asking you to wake up and smell the coffee. It's brewing. It's been brewing for a long time. This left versus right paradigm, that's what's got us divided. That's what's got Republicans speaking so badly against the Democrats and the Democrats speaking so bad. I know of people, I don't know them personally, but I know of people that won't talk to somebody when they find out that they're a Democrat. We've lost our humanity in politics and religion. It's just politics and religion is slavery. Government is slavery. Do you want to continue to be a slave? See, we can use the internet right now to undo our slavery, to unshackle ourselves from the whipping post of the plantation owner. Mr. Johnson says, I'm awake and Trump is still better than Bernie or Biden any way you look at it. Fact. How? How is that? When it's not you're looking at the puppet. You're looking at puppet Bernie and puppet Trump You're not looking at the hand that controls the puppet. How can you say one puppet is better than the other when at the end of the performance, they both go in the same box together? Trump is foisting a mountain of socialism on us right now with stimulus packages and calls for quantitative easing and take the interest rate to zero. Do you know how much? Okay, if the figures are right, a negative 2,000 on the Dow is a transfer of wealth of about $4 to $4.5 trillion that was stolen from the American people today. And then the American people are going to bail out the industries. You cannot say Trump is better than Bernie when they both foist massive amounts of socialism. That's like saying, here's what it's like saying, Mr. Johnson, what bullet do you want me to put into your brain? Because I'm about to pull the trigger. You want a 40 cal? You want a 45? How about a 22? A 22 is still better than a 45. At the end of the day, you're dead. How can you say that? I don't understand that. Okay, I'm going to kill you, but you have a choice of guillotine or electric shock. Which one do you want? Or I push you off a cliff. Guillotine, electric shock, or push you off the cliff? Well, pushing me off the cliff is still better than the guillotine. Oh, really? Could you explain that to me in a logical manner? Don't vote. Yeah, and it's more than don't vote, guys. It's like tell people why you're not voting. Tell them see, voting is consenting to the chains of your own enslavement. You're basically saying, okay, I want this puppet master to rule over me. Really? Do you really? So let me ask you, Mr. Johnson, do you want Trump to rule over you? Because if your answer is, well, I'd rather have Trump rule over me than Bernie rule over me, well, that says it all. You want a ruler. Well, he's not a ruler. He's just president of the United States. He's not. No, he sets the rules. He sets the tone. I'm going to make a video. Somebody, I love reading your messages, guys, because you will give me a perspective that it completely escapes me. But Trump did an executive order. He did a vaccine executive order back in September, October, November, December, we hear about the coronavirus. So 4 months before coronavirus came on the scene, Trump signed a vaccination and immunization executive order. And then they had that event 201 with the Gates Foundation. This is all pre-planned. See, I don't even go there, Philip. All hail Trumpatron. I'm not calling anybody a Trump tard. I'm not calling anybody a Nancy Pelosi tard. Somebody has to rule no matter what. That's our system. No. See, that's us laying down. That's us buying into the left versus right paradigm. That's us accepting and condoning evil. It's like people saying, well, I voted Trump because it's the lesser of two evils. You thought it was the lesser of two evils. Let's say it was. Let's just give you that. You're still voting for evil. Are you okay with that? See, that's what the puppet masters and the social engineers want us to be okay with. They want us to be okay. They want us to be denigrated to the point where we're okay with voting for the lesser of two evils. Let's just wipe away the euphemisms. We're okay with voting for evil. We're okay with voting for an oppressor. We're okay with bowing down to a ruler and saying, no problem, I'll submit. That's not the spirit of America. The spirit of America is, hey, King George, guess what? Read my lips. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting my tax on tea. Hey, King George, screw you. Hey, redcoats, sorry. We ain't holding you up in our homes. What does the Third Amendment say? Read my lips. Never mind. Don't even go to my lips. Read my finger. Screw you. Screw off. And the problem is mainstream media and the 24-hour-a-day propaganda machine continues to distract, deceive, and divide us with euphemisms, emotionalism, lies, fear-mongering. Look at this coronavirus, guys. You really think this is about a deadly coronavirus? It ain't. This is about what you're seeing right now on your screen. Let me see. Do I still have the screen up? Yeah. This is about negative 1,700, negative 1,500, negative 2,000. This is about a massive global theft in the name of keeping the people safe. And what did Benjamin Franklin say? If you give up a little essential liberty, and that's what you're doing, Mr. Johnson, when you're voting, you're giving away a little essential liberty. For a little temporarily promised, politically promised security, you deserve neither liberty nor security. You don't deserve liberty if you give your liberty away. You really don't. Changed my mind. Let me go over some super chats here. Bacchus Shamil says, Brian, they're going crazy with chemtrails. What do we do? Chemtrails are insane in the past few weeks. See, the only way they can do that, the only way they can take us off to wars and spray chemicals and approve GMOs without regulation, the only way they can do that is by our consent. And by our consent, I mean just our silence. The only way they can do that is easy money. See, the problem, the biggest problem that we have in this world is fiat currency. That's the only way, for easy credit, that's the only way they can fund wars. That's the only way they can fund the drug war. That's the only way they can do these credit swaps. That's the only way they can create a stimulus package. That's the only way they can do quantitative easing. See, it hurts us. As long as we continue on with saying, yeah, it's okay with fiat currency, that's the only way they can fund those things. Chemtrails in the sky, everything. So what we do is we get together and formulate a plan for a sound money system. And it's very doable. I will have a video up on that, hopefully within the next week. And I will, should I give you a hint? No, I'm not going to give you a hint. I'm not going to give you a hint about it. But you could probably guess what I'm going to be talking about because I've already kind of alluded to it in one video where I was sitting in my car and I held up that one thing. Okay, that's your hit. That's your hint. Chuck Bronson, great work, Brian. Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Chuck. Back Shamil says, brother, please, chemtrails are going very hard. Yeah, I know. I mean, I haven't seen it much in Oklahoma, but we have had some pretty dreary days. Kit Wilson says, off topic, kinda, my CIA grandpa brought heroin with dead GIs as containers, creating gangs and wore DEA badges to recycle drugs taken by law enforcement. Can I call in? You know what, Kit? I'm not set up to do a call-in thing, but if you guys want me to do a call-in show, I don't know what the demand for it is on my channel. I've seen other people do it with great success. Just put a 1 in the thing, and I'll try to research how to do a call-in show, and we'll do that. Sandra says, thank you for keeping us informed. Thanks, Sandra. Non-Mirage Truth Vision says, Brian, which puppet are you voting for in November? I'm not voting and will never vote. The only time I ever voted in my life was when I became a delegate for Ron Paul in the 2012 convention. Went to my state convention in Norman, Oklahoma, and then went to the national convention in Tampa that year, and I saw how it's all run. It is literally all scripted, guys. Ron Paul soundly won, and I know this is an old story, but Ron Paul soundly won Oklahoma. They gave it to Mitt Romney anyway. Far and away, Ron Paul was the winner in Oklahoma, and they gave it to Mitt Romney. It was all rigged from top to bottom. People got so disillusioned. I see how it works on the state level. I see how it works firsthand. Nobody had to tell me. I saw it. I watched Boehner read the teleprompter, even though the crowd was saying yay or nay. They weren't going with the crowd. They were going with what Boehner was reading on the teleprompter. It was all prepackaged. Everything was scripted. Everything. In a national convention. Let that sink in. So no, I'm not voting for anybody in November because vote for what? Vote for another immoral banker puppet. Cooper Sees Truth says people believe their chosen master will beat them less with the whip of theft. Yeah, it's like steal from me. I'm voting for Bernie because he's going to steal from me less. Oh, really? No, he's not. I'm voting for Trump because he's going to steal less of my money. He's going to He's going to give me permission to keep everything I work for. Oh, thank you. You're an adult. You don't need permission from another adult to keep what you've worked for so that you can bring it home to your family, so you can feed your family, so you can put a roof over your family's head, so you can put clothes on your family's back. Nobody has a right to tell you how much of your income you can keep. That's another lie. That's another illusion. We're not slaves. We weren't born. We are slaves. You stop paying your taxes, men with guns will come to your door, say, we're with the IRS. You're not paying your fair share, and you're going to jail. And they will overpower you. And the reason they can't overpower you is because we are distracted, we are deceived, we are divided, and therefore we're easily conquered. Cooper C's truth continues, but the master has just increased the size of the whip and force of each lash so as to appear that he's striking fewer times. Yep, couldn't have said it better myself. Three-edged sword. Why can't I read what you're saying here? Huh. Three-edged sword. Let me see if I can see it in the room. Sorry, Three Edge. It cut off your... I don't know if you sent a message or what. Let me see. Okay, so you guys are interested in a call-in show? Okay, cool. I'll try to figure out how to do it. Hey, the Outlaw. This reminds me. Go ahead and... My email is back up. So it was down for 2 days for some reason. I had to go in the back end and get some text to work on it. But email me. Let me see. What else? All right, guys. So we're down 1,768. They halted trading earlier in pre-market. Oh, that's right. I was going to read the... Let me see here. Stock futures hit limit down. They call it limit down when it hits a certain level and they just freeze. They freeze everything. It's total manipulation. It's like, we can't let the free market do what it wants to do. See, the free market... There is still an element of the free market. I know it's all based on fiat currency and all that kind of stuff, but listen, you could have an atmosphere of total tyranny. For example, what do they call those? A supermax prison. Even in a supermax high level grade 5 prison, whatever they call it, I can't remember what it is right now. Freedom springs up. They start using their own currency, like cigarettes, like candy bars, like wrappers. They start making their own wine and they start making their own drugs. In 100% tyranny, you still can't suppress for very long the free market. The free market will always emerge because it's like a natural law. And so even in these markets right here, where you see it's highly regulated, highly manipulated, the market wants to seek fair value in spite of the stimulus, in spite of the bailouts. That's the beautiful thing about the free market. And then if the free market can't make it on this side, then the free market goes over here. And then the slave masters call that free market the black market. And they want you to make it sound all spooky and it's unregulated and it's dangerous. And in a lot of ways, the quality is better. The prices are cheaper. Are there elements of danger and are there yahoos that are going to use their autonomy to try to hurt people? Yes. But I would rather have dangerous freedom than peaceful slavery. I really, really would. So the black market isn't really the black market at all. It's the free market. It's the market away from government. See, the government tries to paint themselves out as Superman. I am here to save the day. The most dangerous words in the English language, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. No, they're not. They're here to rape and burn and pillage. And they want to do it legally. What was it Bastiat said? What's that famous plunder quote? When plunder becomes a way of life for a group of men living together in society, they create an atmosphere where it's condoned. What is it? Does anybody know that quote? Let me get this off here. They create for themselves in the course of time a system that authorizes it and a moral code which glorifies it. Think about that. They create a system which authorizes plunder or theft and a moral code which glorifies it. And then they start calling it your fair share. It's you got to pay your fair. You want to be a part of this. It's almost like Bernie's talking like a gangster. You want to pay a part of your fair. You want to be a part of society. You want a slice of the American pie. Then you got to pay your fair share. Yeah, right. That's just another euphemism, a euphemistic phrase of you got to let the government come in and steal your wealth if you want to be a part of society. BS. Snapzilla Gorilla says, Brian, you've been doing a lot of great work and staying consistent. Keep it up. Keep marching toward freedom. Thanks, Snapzilla. I appreciate that. All right. Stock futures hit limit down Thursday morning. A trading halt occurring after prices drop a certain amount, trying to just keep that free market from rolling on. The free market's sitting there going, we got to seek fair value. Where's fair value? And then they halt it. It's like, and the free market's going, okay, They stopped me from trying to seek fair value. Come on, free me up, free me up. That is the essence of government. Control. The bankers don't want you to see what fair value is. Maybe fair value is 6,000 on the Dow. Maybe it's 5,000. What was it? What was it on the Dow? Where were we at? Like, does anybody remember what the Dow was in 2008? Let's see. We can look at it real quick. What was the Dow in 2008? Let's go on the daily chart. And back all the way up to 2008. Okay, when the stock market crashed, the Dow was at about 11,540 in July of 2008. All right. Okay, here's 2008. It was at 12,774, the Dow was. And before they did the economic stimulus and the bank bailouts, and when the housing market crashed, when Bernanke said, no, the housing market's fine. It's fine. Keep buying houses. Everything's okay. And then boom, look at this drop right here. It went from 11,509 and then it settled around 6,500. Okay, so what are we talking about? In August of 2008, the Dow was sitting at 11,726. And in March of 2009, so what is that? Let's see. What do we say? Oh yeah, this is the first like little dip right here. Okay, so let's just say May to May. In 1 year, it dropped from 12,000, almost 13,000 to 6,500 back then in 2008. This is the market trying to seek fair value. And this right here, all this stuff going up. Yeah, all this upward mobility. This is quantitative easing 1, quantitative easing 2, quantitative easing 3, quantitative easing 4. It's the dollar weakening. The dollar weakening. And it looks like stock prices are going up, but what it really is the United States dollar, actually not the US dollar, the Federal Reserve note weakening. So all this is inflationary, guys. All this is inflationary. When you see these kind of drops right here, look at that precipitous drop. Look at, let's see, I wish I'd, do I have a measuring tool? Let's see. Okay, so let's can I take this? No. Okay, let me see. This is 29,467. Okay, so that's a drop of 7,000. That's officially bear market, by the way. They're calling it an official bear market when you get a 20% loss. So 29.5 to 21.5. That's easy. 29.5 to 21.5. That's an 8,000 point drop. Here we had 11.7 to let's say 67. So this is a 5,000 point drop. We've already dropped more. That's August 11, 2008. Okay, what was the total drop from the peak? October of 2007 is 14,000 to, let's say, 7,000. Okay, that's a 7,000 point drop. We've already dropped 8,000 points, guys. This is more of a drop that's February of 2020. This is March. This is February 12th. That's 1 month. We've dropped 8,000 points in 1 month. And over here, let's see. I haven't even done this yet. When in October 07 to March 09, what's that? About a year and a half. October 07 to March 09 dropped, let's say 70, let's give it 7,500. We've already dropped more in 1 month than it took about a year and a half, a year and 4 months to drop this right here. Look at that. Oh, that is massive, man. This is literally historic proportions. And today we're down 1,772. Started the day with down 1,400. Amazing stuff, guys. This is historic. This is why I wanted to share this with you. This is the market trying to find fair market value, guys, and they're not going to let it happen. They're going to throw stimulus at it, QE at it. They're going to lower interest rates. They're going to pull out all the stops. Steve Mnuchin they're going to bail out corporations. They're going to bail out the oil industry. No, we can't let it happen, guys. Please share this video with everybody you know, because we cannot let the bailouts happen. We are not going to bail. American people, we can't bail out the airlines. We can't bail out the banks. We can't bail out the cruise lines or the oil and gas industry or the medical industry. We're not doing it. We're not giving a single dollar. Screw it. Share this video with everybody you know, guys. I appreciate you guys joining. You guys said you want me to do, let's do a market close live stream and watch how low this thing's going to go. Man, if we hit negative 3,000 today, people are going to be in panic mode. That is going to set off some indicators. People are going to be calling their brokers saying, put my 401k on the sidelines. This is a bloodbath today. I appreciate you guys joining. Please share this video with everybody you know, and I'll see you in the next Heavily Censored.